The entire province, I think you could even say the entire country, mourned when Habs legend Guy Lafleur passed away this last April. He was just 70 years old. He'd been battling cancer for 3 years. And, he was just one of those larger-than-life characters. It's hard to believe that he's gone. The loss was huge. He was a hero to so many. But now to hear that something really amazing is going to be happening in his memory, well, that is just entirely too fitting. So let's find out about it. The CHUM Foundation and Martin Lafleur, Guy Lafleur's son, have launched the Together Against Cancer campaign. And Martin Lafleur joins us now. Hi, Martin.
Hi, how are you?
Great, thanks. I think first and foremost, I just want to say our condolences on the loss of your father.
Thank you very much.
I always wonder what it's like to be the son of a famous person, what it's like to be, to have someone as your dad who for everyone else is a hero, but was he a hero to you as well?
Yeah, he was. My mom and my dad were both, very important parts, parts of my life. I mean, they supported us so well, through our youth and growing up. And I mean, I've always looked up to them, and on my dad's side, even though he was, a professional sports athlete and he had he had a popularity, it never really fazed me. I mean, it was just, it was just something that we were brought up in that environment, and for me, he was no different than any other dad.
It's funny as I hear you say that, because I can't help thinking about people, say, who have actors in their family, and the little kids have no idea what their dads or moms do, and they go to a theater and they sit on the screen. They don't know everybody is, awing over all these people.
They think it's no big deal, yeah.
Did you have an idea, even as a little guy, Martin, that your dad was this big a deal in Quebec as a hockey player?
Again, at a younger age, I mean, these aren't things that you really pay attention to. Mm-hmm. I guess that, he was solicited, everywhere that we went. So that kind of, gave, a pretty good idea of how popular he was. Yeah. But again, being a kid and growing up in that hockey environment with, my dad and a bunch of other players, it was just something that was, it was something that I was used to. So I didn't look at it, differently at that time.
For you, that was just your dad,
and he's what he does,
and everybody loved him. And something we always heard about your dad, Guy Lafleur, was that he had time for everyone. Right? He signed every last autograph. He had every conversation. He took every picture. And so then, when I hear about this campaign being about supporting cancer research, but also making sure that families and patients have hope, it's a very good fit. Martin, tell us a little bit about this idea.
Right. So my dad, started this campaign in March 2021, the Guy Lafleur Fund for the, CHUM Research Center. And what it does is that it allows researchers to, giving them all the tools to keep pushing to hopefully find a cure, for this disease that touches, one in two person in the province of Quebec. So again, that's one part of what the Guy Lafleur Fund does, and there's also, a specialized medicine that's taken in charge by patients that gives them better hopes of surviving cancer diagnostic, and also limiting the side effects that come with all the treatments. So again, it just makes it a lot more human for the patient and for the family as well.
Mm-hmm. In terms of people, and obviously everyone, if you lived here, you grew up here, and if you didn't, will know Guy Lafleur. Your dad went through some serious health issues toward, the end of his life. And I think we found out fairly early on he'd been a smoker for many, many years. What's the message now to people who watched him, go through such an amazing career with this team, and then, slowly towards the end when he got sick, and I know he tried to get involved in a very big way, as you just mentioned, with the hospital, with the CHUM here. What's the message to people in terms of, what they can do to basically, pay honor to your father and also help themselves at the same time?
Well, again, there's ways to donate for the CHUM Foundation, for the Guy Lafleur Fund. So that could be done by texting Guy at 41010, and that's going to do a $10 quick donation through a cell phone. So that's one way. Or you can go on Guy Lafleur Guy Lafleur Fondation Guy Lafleur.com. And that there you can donate as well, and that's done through online. And again, for my dad, that was such a healthy, athlete. Even though he was smoking, throughout pretty much his whole life, it just goes to show that no matter how in good shape you are, there's certain things that could really harm your body. And it's just important to make sure that tests are done, and if there's something that you feel isn't right, well, you're better off taking care of it before it ends up being something really, really serious.
Can I ask, by the way, now that you bring that up, and I don't know, did your dad try to put off as long as he could, realizing that something was wrong? Did he wait too long? Is that what happened in this case?
No, not at all. Again, my dad's was a helicopter pilot, so I mean, he had to go through physical tests about 4 to 5 times a year to keep his license active. So he was getting tested regularly, and it actually, happened through one of his medical tests for his pilot license, and then he seemed very, very tired on the treadmill. So they brought him to the CHUM to get more in-depth physical analysis, and he had 4 arteries blocked out of 5, and the 5th one had about 15% left. So after that operation is when they found that he had a spot on his lung that was that was malicious. So again, it was taken really, really early. The cancer, but it just to certain people they can react really well to treatments, and to other people it just doesn't work. Yeah. So that's why research is so important.
Exactly. I was just going to say that's why what you're doing to preserve his legacy and to help others with this initiative, Together Against Cancer campaign. Thank you so much for your time, Martin. And I'll just remind people again that you can make a donation really easily. The easiest way to do it is text the word Guy to 41010 with a cell phone, and you instantly donate $10. You can also go online, Guy Lafleur Foundation, to make a donation there. Thank you, Martin.
Thanks, Martin.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That was Guy Lafleur's son, Martin Lafleur.